place. And the players are on the floor. And it's Peru in red, Brazil in the green. And game number 2 for these two, who had such contrasting fortunes yesterday. Brazil straight sets winners over Argentina. Peru swept aside by Japan. The countdown is on. So let's get it on. Nayeli Yapa back at the end line to get this party started. That's a nice take. Ooh, a really important dig there to keep the rally alive. But it's Julia Bergman who will try to rip one down the line and does exactly that. Finished her collegiate studies at Georgia Tech now, Julia B. Julia Bergman will be playing in Turkey next season under Zé Roberto at Turk Hava Yolari in Istanbul. Here's one of the Tokyo silver medalists for Brazil, Rosa Maria. And she sends a mid-range one in, and that runs straight into the block. Thaisa making her presence felt already. And then that's going to be attacked cross-court beautifully. Well, she's off to a quick start, isn't she? 2 for 2 for Julia B. And an early warning sign there for Peru. This Brazil block is a weapon. And the service game is pretty good as well. Rosa Maria mixing it up, and that's not the greatest of passes. A tough take and straight into the block. And guess who again? I tell you, it's Julia B against Peru on her own. She had Thaisa alongside her, didn't need her. The ball is coming to Julia Bergman like a magnet at the moment. 2 attack points and a stuffed block. Brazil off to a flyer. Peru thinking, let's keep it away from that Brazil number 17. Again, not the greatest of passes. Again, off net. Again, big trouble. Thaisa, boom, back it comes. Peru got to pick up their passing game. These outside hitters are going to have a nightmare as it is taking on these Brazil blockers. They've got to be set perfectly. And if you've got a setter scrambling around trying to pick up a pass, you're asking for trouble. Rosa Maria continuing to work that service arm, and again, they've not handled it particularly brilliantly. Will they get another chance at it? No, they won't, because off the quick set, Thaisa will pick up her first attack point, and already Francisco Terrada's got to call a halt to this one because his team has come out stone cold. Well, it's shades of Japan yesterday all over again, when they couldn't even get into double figures in that first set before eventually settling down. It's the right thing to do to take that early timeout. Terrada got nothing left to lose at this point. I mean, it is early in the set, but this is a big, big ask to come back from a 5-0 deficit here. And Rosa Maria continuing to work away on serve. And the containing block is there, but finally Peru get a break. They get themselves on the board. As Isabella Sanchez, one of a number of Alianza Lima players, will pick up the first attack point. That won't come back off the Thaisa block. And Peru open their account. Sanchez will now serve. Serves Bergman. Oof. Into the containing block goes Rosa Maria. That's a nice block, so it'll come back over to Julia Bergman, and she's absolutely ripped that one. They've kept it alive, but it is free ball as Marianne Patino sends that. But on the slide, Thaisa unstoppable. Roberta Ratska, the setter for this competition, with Macris struggling with that back problem. She's got a wonderful connection with the outside hitters, and of course the middle's Roberta. Been with the team nearly a decade at international level. There's the block again. Nothing doing this time for Rodriguez. And they'll look to transition here, and look where she's popped up from this time. Out of the back row comes Julia Bergman. Well, there's no question about the strategy here for Brazil. Feed the hot hand. Julia Bergman has come out flying, and Roberta is saying, well, if you're seeing the court this big, I'm going to keep feeding you. Bergman now at serve. Again, trouble. I'm not sure there was even a block on that. I think that just hit the net cord and came back. And that is the presence of these Brazil blockers. That's what they can do to you. They make you doubt yourself. And Brazil jump out to an 8-1 lead. Julia Bergman stays on serve. Now that's a much better pass, but again, there's no way through. No way through. Thaisa, who can dominate in the front row, as we know, is doing just that, and she's got these Peru hitters really questioning themselves. Diana de la Peña, the middle blocker there, absolutely bamboozled. Again, a decent pass. Can they do something with it? No, they cannot. I think that's Roberta sending that one back. Oh my goodness me, this is a nightmare start for Peru, it really is. Well, who got this? Yeah. Chalk that one up for the setter. Roberta saying, hey, I'm having one of those. Well, it was block after block after block against Argentina for Brazil, and they've started in similar vein against their other South American opponents here, Peru and Francisco Tirada. Well, what can he do to turn this around? Peru have some history, of course, in Olympic volleyball, picking up silver medal in 1988, but they've not been to an Olympics since Sydney 2000, and unlikely to be on this year. And let's see if they can settle down. A little bit all over the place here, and in the end, Julia Bergman is forced into the error. Yeah, they were scrambling and running around, and they were hoping that Julia B could just clean up. But unable to do so, which brings Diana de la Peña, one of the Alianza Lima players, up to the end line for Peru. Serving Natinha, the libero. Good luck with that. Ooh, there's another miss. Rosa Maria. Well, Francisco Tirada will be taking the credit for this one. He takes a timeout and teases 2 errors out of Brazil. Don't think there'll be the slightest flicker of concern in the Brazil camp. But that's not a good take either. That's Julia Bergman with a poor pass. They needed Gabby to step up and say, don't worry, I got your back. Beautiful cross-court kill from Gabby. Just coming in off another fabulous tournament in the South American Championship when she was the MVP. One of 4 Olympic silver medalists from Tokyo in this squad here in Japan for Brazil. There's the block again, but this time a carry is called. Or rather, no, forget that. It's off the block and into the antenna. Well, she had to go aggressive there, Maria Paula Rodriguez. Absolutely no point in playing it cautious at this stage in the first set. He won't mind that, but he'll want Rodriguez to serve more effectively. A 1.85 m opposite needs to bring the power game. Here is Roberta looking to tease an ace serve, but just missing the sideline. And Zé Roberta says, don't worry, I like the idea. It's just the execution that didn't quite work. Vigil, who's not been able to get going at all with serve. Quick set once again, and the first appearance today of Carroll. And Another one of those Olympic silver medalists takes the quick set. Blockers absolutely nowhere to be seen. Mari Carmen Guerrero, the only blocker in the vicinity, needed help, didn't have any, on a huge lane for Carol to exploit. That's a really nice pass. Can they do something with it? That's a shame. Looking to just thread it down the line, and it wouldn't go. This is Bella Sanchez just missing out there. Peru got to try and build some momentum for set number 2. That's nice. That's what you want from your setter in that situation. Maria Jose Rojas, the youngster, only just turned 20. Quick reflexes and reactions. Turning a possible overpass into a point. Roberta sends it backside. I think Francisco Terrara wants this to go upstairs. Let's see where Rosa Maria's momentum took her. And, well, I think he's won his argument here. That is an overturn. We'll wait for confirmation on the scoreboard. Yes, confirmed. Still got a conversation going on here, but now Mari Carmen Guerrero can serve. Nice little skimming serve that. Roberta's picked it up beautifully, and there's the end result. That's a lovely bit of setting from Roberta. Julia Bergman goes cross court. Chalk up another attack point for her, but a lovely set. With Carol running that fake, she picks up a nice one-on-one. And when you hit your cross court as effectively as that, no stopping it. They're passing better. If they can get the passing game right, they can be more competitive, Peru. There's again into the block. Sanchez, too good. From 10-1, I think it was. It's a significant improvement from Peru. Far too late to do anything about it. Lovely back set, and into the block goes Rosa Maria, but a sigh of relief breathed on the Brazil side of the net as that drops out. Diana de la Peña flying through there, hoping to see that one clip the line, and it wouldn't drop for her. So Brazil still in a comfort zone here at 16-8, set 1. Nice serve that was. That really was a nice serve, and very nicely picked up as well by the libero, Miriam Patino. And a nice finish as well. Sanchez really getting involved here. Here is Sanchez at the end line now. Lovely pass again. Oh, hello. Hello. What's cooking here? Aisha Vigil coming up with a big stuff block. The youngster, who will be 22 out here in Tokyo, sends that one back. Diana de la Peña was alongside her. And between them, nothing doing. The first block for Peru. And then Julia Bergman comes along and says, you think you're going to build some momentum? No. Taking it away from you. She's had some first set, hasn't she? going to see a switch up with Tayana coming in to bring a lot of height at the net, and Nayana Rios, the backup setter, will also come in. Tayana at 190. Bring in plenty of presence in that front row, as if they needed any more with Thaisa there. Well, it doesn't matter who's up there if you come up with the service error. De La Peña on serve at 11-17. It's again a really nice pass. Ooh, the cross court gets picked up. It's better this from Peru. Now can they transition? They can keep it alive off the containing block, but for how much longer? Another bit of containing. Thaisa's are just gobbling up everything. Back set, down the line, boom, see you later. That is Brazil volleyball at its blistering best. Contain, 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 transition. Tainara says, one for me. Put my name on the stat sheet. The 23-year-old off the bench and on the score sheet. Thaisa, the two-time Olympic gold medalist, of course. Yeah, that was a tough take. That was always going to be a tough take off that pass. There's errors, and then there's not much I can do about it. And Aixa Vigil put in a bad spot there. Yeah, Brazil continuing to coast their way through this first set with Thaisa, 36 years old now. There's the block again, and Peru are scrambling. Oh, you got to love that. That's what she does. Her technique is as good as anyone in the world. She has drilled this beautifully, Gabby. Absolutely unstoppable. The angle she takes on that, the elevation. Oh, that is textbook stuff for Gabby. Thaisa stays on serve. This has got to be good. Drops onto the block, but just out. Gabby was there looking for the block point. Maria Paula Rodriguez breathes a sigh of relief. She will now check out as we see a switch up with Nayeli Yabar coming in. Excuse me, that's Daniela Munoz. Another one of these young outside hitters. Oh, nice contain to deny Carroll. So Carroll has to turn setter. Oh, the bump set finds guess who? Julia Bergman, the star of this first set without question. We'll take one look at Carroll and say thank you very much. Yeah, she's put up some numbers in this first set, hasn't she? Service error is annoying for Tainara. When you come off the bench and you've got limited playing time, you want to make every second of it count. Here's Vigil. That's a perfect pass. Gabby with another one of those power swings. They'll pick it up in the back row, but that's all they can do. I mean, that is the pure power of Gabby. Again, her technique. And what a ruthless hit that was. Esmeralda Sanchez, the other libero, couldn't get any control on it. Francisco Terrada is thinking, well, what do we change for set two? Oh, it's another punishing serve. Had two of them going for it. And it was Mari Carmen Guerrero. Rather had to rush that one. So Brazil closing in on this first set. Gabby on serve. Gets a big net called kick. And they'll pick this up. Julia Bergman, cross court, nothing doing. Nice pickup. Hello, where's this going to end up? Gabby has to just slam the brakes on, and it's going to be a chance for Brazil to move to set point off Carroll. Lovely, lovely dig from Patino again. A couple of really big digs from her in this rally. Now, is it going to finish here? Yes, it is. Tainara with the put away. Great defensive work from Miriam Patino, all in vain. The veteran picking not one but two up off the floor. And when Brazil were able to turn it on, not going to be getting a winner from there. No chance. Tainara said, well, I got myself a winner. And Brazil have got themselves set point into the block, but that'll drop out. They'll have to wait for it. And that's going to go long, and that is going to be the first set in favor of Brazil, as expected. Gave themselves no chance, did they? Really, with that slow start. And Julia Bergman and Thaisa put 5 points on the board without reply. You knew Peru were up against it. And a disappointing way for that set to end as well, on a service error. Well, they settled down against Japan yesterday after a poor first set and made it competitive thereafter. Can they do something similar here? Yeah, disappointment, but they were never going to come back from that deficit anyway there, Peru. And a 7-point first set for Julia Bergman. And Brazil taking that opening set to 14. Well, these are the numbers that matter, and they all stack up in favour of Brazil. 4-1 blocks. We didn't see an ace, and 15 attack hit points to 7. And as I say, the top individual scorer there was Julia Bergman. Thaisa had a couple of blocks and a couple of attack points as well. Gabby chipped in. Tainara with a couple of attack points off the bench as well. And the world number 4's comfortable through this first set. Tainara enjoying her shift off the bench. Not a real power swings from her, but just look at the pure beauty of that technique from Gabby. Now the attack placement for Peru, looking like this. They're mixing it up and trying to stay away from the middle, which is probably very sensible when you consider that Thaisa and Caro are lurking there. As for Brazil, well, big load up on the left side where Julia Bergman and then Gabby really did produce some good stuff. Well, not sure what Peru can do from the bench. And I'm sure Francisco Tirada has gone through the permutations. And the one thing I'm sure he said to his players, don't dig yourself an early hole and go 5 points adrift. The switch up for Rosa Maria for yesterday's star turn, Kissy, hasn't hampered Brazil's progress one little bit. 14 players out here, and Zé Roberto knows every single one of them can contribute at the very highest level. One of them right now is at the end line. Ana Carolina da Silva, better known to everyone as Carol, to get set 2 underway. Sends that down the line, and they've caused a problem already, and Thaisa on clean-up. Well, put a little bit of extra mustard on that serve, Carol, and it certainly sowed a bit of confusion in the passing game for Peru. Brazil pouncing on the early error. Carroll goes after the same player and almost ends up with the same results as well. More chaos, and they pay for it again. Thaisa again. And Brazil off to a quick start again. Well, if you find a weakness in the passing game, you go for it. Now, will Carroll stay? Yes, she does. It's a better take this time. But again, the containing block has done its job for Brazil. And incoming out of the back row is Gabby. And just like in set one, Brazil off to a flyer in set two. And nothing Peru can do about this. Carroll stays on serve. Again, not a great pass, and they run into more trouble. Thaisa with another easy one. Oh, Francisco Terrada's got a real problem here in the passing game. And Carroll is just merciless. Yeah, we're going to see Rojas and Rodriguez come out with Xiomara Almeida, one of the two players coming in, and Shania Aimee, the young opposite, also joining her. And that was the right thing to do, particularly in the back row, where they were having a nightmare. Well, it was 5 early points on the board without reply for Brazil in set one. Here, 4 already. These Peruvian traveling fans enjoying it. I don't think they had any huge expectation of causing a major upset here. Right, let's see if Carroll changes things. Finally, the spell is broken. Carroll sends one long, Peru on the board. So many options, just so many options for Roberta. The passing game so solid for Brazil. Roberta just picks her poison and says, "Oh, where's Rosa Maria? There she is. Have yourself a point." She's now at the end line, the Japan-bound Rosa Maria. Now, it's crumbs of comfort at the moment for Peru. Aixa Vigil. Just trying to show some defiance here for Peru. Now Shania, the young opposite, who's just come on, will serve. Again, just a lovely pass. That's really nice defensive work as well. But Brazil will look to punish them again. Taking it off the block, and see you later goes Julia Bergman. So tough to defend given her height. Here she's on serve. Into the block. No way through. I'll tell you, Thaisa came back this summer, started playing in the Volleyball Nations League. At 36 years old, it was like she'd never been away. One of the true legends of world volleyball, Thaisa, a 2-time gold medalist, and just dropped back in and said, "Hi guys, I'm back." Uh-oh. I'm not sure there was even a block on that. I think that was net caught all the way. And Francisco Terrara is staring down the barrel again.
Quieres pegarla al balón, pégala arriba y sácala fuera del campo, pero no la dejamos en la mitad de la red, una pelota, ¿ok? Seguimos trabajando la pelota, nos sigue viniendo muy al frente y no nos quitamos de en medio. Nos viene y al final no la tiramos para arriba. Ese saque lo podemos empujar más, quitarlo en la trayectoria, coger un lado y sacarla hacia adelante. Necesitamos que los centrales entren un poquito, si no van a matar en la sala. Entonces necesitamos jugar para ella.
Dale, dale, 2-3.
Vamos, vamos.
Here is the Turkey-bound Julia Bergman on serve. Nice pass, back set. Nothing doing, more good containing work. And a really nice contain there to deny Rosa Maria, so it'll go over to the other side. Oh, come on, come on. I mean, you can't hit them any cleaner than this. You just can't. That's ridiculous from Gabby. That is just outrageous. Made it look so easy. Uh-oh. Never good when the pass goes backwards. Ooh. Well, they've conjured something out of it. Rosa Maria with a dirty look at the floor, but Vihil showing that in this game you've got to know when and how to improvise as well. Vihil on serve. Serves Julia Bergman, back set. No winner for Thaisa, but there is an overpass. Thaisa has another go. She's contained again. Well, well, well. Good to see Brazil not having everything their own way. Isabella Sanchez was certainly in the mix on this block. Let's see who gets it. And Sanchez will say, oh, that's mine. All the way. Super stuff from one of those Alianza Lima players. And a big block point for Peru. Can they build on that? No. Gabby says, you kidding me? You're kidding me? We're not going to give you any momentum. Not sure you'd want to be on the other side of the net from Gabby when she's hitting it that well. For the rest of us, it's just a joy to watch. Speaking of joys to watch, Thaisa from the end line. Rather mixed it up and caused a bit of confusion there on the Brazil side. So the back row attack will work. Yeah, a little bit of a scramble going on there. Julia Bergman wasn't sure what was happening. That was a lovely little flick there from Vihil. And Rosa Maria can't get that. Maricarmen Guerrero serving at 5'10". Not the greatest of passes again. I mean, you've got your libero Natinha setting, so a real chance here coming out of the back row. It was better from Julia Bergman, but no real attack there for Rosa Maria. Here's an attack. Here's an attack. And I tell you, if there's a mess to be cleaned up, Gabby is the best in the business at cleaning up that mess. There she goes again, sends it deep. No margin for error on that swing at all. She drops it beautifully inside the line. And suddenly Peru thought, we got a chance on this rally. And Gabby comes along and says, no, you haven't. Again, the passing leaving a little bit to be desired. And the swing as a result from Sanchez. Well, they all thought there's a touch there. Which is why this is going to go upstairs. Usually you get a universal reaction like that. They've got a case. If one player sees something, not so much, but 3 or 4 Peru players said, oh. And to be honest with you, on this scoreline, if there's any doubt at all, Francisco Terrara, absolutely right to say, no, send that upstairs. Let's take a look at it. confirmation. So Peru stay on serve. And the crease sends it backside. And Gabby comes ripping through again. Tell you, Gabby is putting some highlight reel hits together in this match. There's another one. And Roberta just quietly efficient at setup. Runs this offense at her pace. And now an ace has come in as well from Gabby. And Gabby is just pouring on the pain for Peru here. Not the first time she's done that. 10th meeting between these two nations at this level. And this one is going the way of the other 9 as a back-to-back ace comes in from Gabby. Well, if set 1 belonged to Julia Bergman, set 2 has been taken over by Gabby. Some beautiful swings, followed by back-to-back ace serves. And Peru's passing game in disarray. That's better, much better. Got to capitalize on it. Ooh, didn't take the middle there. Nothing doing there for Julia Bergman either. That's going to be attacked by Shania. That won't go either. And guess who? Guess who says, okay, give it to me. I'll show you what you do with it. She's just lurking in that back row, isn't she? And then suddenly, Gabby says, oh, look what's opened up for me. Boom. See you later. The bad news for Peru, Gabby stays on serve. Not a great take at all. They're scrambling with this one. Nothing doing there, of course. Good containing block. Bump set from Patino. That'll catch a bit of net cord as well and come on over. Rosa Maria can't find herself a winner. Patino again with the set. Patino with the dig this time. That's a shame. That's a shame. They're going to challenge this. Vihil is hoping that there is a touch. Again, great work on that rally for Miriam Patino, the libero for Peru. Was it in vain? So close, isn't it? And it's just caught the fingertip. Just caught the fingertip of Rosa Maria there. So mark that one up as another attack point for Aisa Vihil. And a more spirited effort from Peru in this second set. There's always somebody who can just pop up for Brazil and just take over, as Gabby is doing at the moment. And Carroll with a miss. Oh, well, mark that one down. There's a collector's item. You won't see her miss many of those. Daniela Munoz, the 21-year-old outside hitter at the end line for Peru. Not a great take from Gabby this time. Are they going to get away with it? Patino with the bump set to backside, and there's a lovely finish down the line, and that's Vihil again. And in fact, it was Esmeralda Sanchez, the libero, coming up with that. They switched up their liberos, and beautiful placement there from Vihil. Well, she showed some very encouraging signs against Japan yesterday off the bench. Got some game about her, Vihil. Rosa Maria. Well, again, absolute chaos caused on the other side of the net. Yeah, both of these liberos from Peru have been playmakers. Esmeralda Sanchez will sit back down. Carroll on serve. Into the block. Taisa was there, but I think that one's got Julia Bergman's name on it. Yep. Carroll on serve. scrambling around. It was too good a hit in the end. It was Vihil again. She's been a real good, consistent, bright spot for Peru. Makes a Vihil. And the hit good enough to cause a problem first for Carol, then for Julia. No way of bringing that one back. But Peru surely not able to find a way back into this second set either. Little skimming serve. And Rosa Maria comes up with nothing but nylon. We're going to see personnel changes on both sides of the net, with Tainara looking to come in, and Nayana, that double substitution again. Here is Nayana Rios. Really been limited with opportunities at the international level with Roberta and of course Macris, the 1-2 partnership for so many years, but a very capable, very experienced setter to bring in. Down the line serve. Ah, that's a tough break. That's a tough break. Just sent it too long. You know, Peru are looking for Vihil when they need something. They recognize where the threat is coming from for them.
Seguimos igual, fijaros que tenemos que mantener la posición de recepción ahí en la mitad del campo. Lo que pasa es que viene tan rápido que tenemos que estar muy preparados para quitarnos la pelota del lado, ¿vale? Si aguantamos esa, en cuanto tengamos la pelota un poquito más con el central, siempre un poquito a un lado o al otro, ¿de acuerdo? No justo en el centro. Y seguimos jugando, vamos, pensando en uno nada más.
So double-digit lead here in set number 2 then. Fresh legs on the floor for Brazil. Again, they've really caused problems for the setter consistently. It's Shania Aimee. Looks to try and keep this in play and does not. How close is that? Tough break. Tough break. Yeah, hey, it's not your day. You're going to get breaks like that go against you. Again, setter coming off net. Oh, where's that going to go? It drops. It drops Peru's way. Well, all smiles in the front row there for Peru. She'll pick herself up another point here. But it's a formality, this second set. Oh, that's not a great pass at all. Will they get away with it? They might, because Gabby's got control of that. It's sent back by Nayana and eventually finished off. Well, that was a chance for Peru because Brazil didn't play that particularly well at all. And Nayana, though, with the set to Tainara, the two newbies combining to good effect to take Brazil to within 3 points of set 2. That's a much better pass. Oh, but they executed everything right. All they didn't account for was Gabby. In the slide, set up perfectly for Guerrero. Off that Rojas set, everything was in place for Peru, and Gabby said, don't care. Another block point for Brazil. Ooh, tough to get a winner from there, not going to happen. Diana will set up the big back row attack. That doesn't work, and that'll work instead. Let's be Hill once again. Well, they haven't had that many big offensive moments in this match so far, Peru, but when they have, she's been in the middle of them. Isabella Sanchez on the floor as Peru continue to just try and find a successful blend here against their South American rivals. That little dink is never going to work. Sanchez, Esmeralda Sanchez, will come up with the bump set, and that's another nice finish as well. Again, the liberos keep him busy. It doesn't matter who's setting though. They're always looking for Vigil. Catches the fingers. She'll now serve. A decent serve as well. Oh, Gabby just ridiculous again. But they've kept this one alive. Nothing doing though. Brazil will look to bring it up to Gabby once again. I think was annoyed that the first one was sent back. The second one wasn't coming back. And that's set point Brazil. Well, they won the first to 14 here. Peru marooned on 13. Taisa looking to turn the knife. And that'll do it as well. An ace serve to wrap up another really comfortable set for Brazil. Little moments for Peru, but nothing more than that. And Taisa says, look at that, I got myself an ace. And Peru with a major, major headache here. What on earth can they do? They're being outgunned. I mean, the quality of their attack points, so impressive. Their blocking, so good. Their passing game, exemplary, very few errors. And the Peruvians are just being dominated in all phases of the game at the moment. And tough to see how this is going to change. So, that's another look at that Taisa ace serve that wrapped it up. I think she was surprised. Oh, that was set point. Comfortable then for Brazil, as we expected. Set 1 to 14, set 2 to 13. Peru just can't find any answers. Here's the numbers, 14-10 attack points. Those 10, a lot of them coming from Aisa Vigil. But it's the blocking, and now the ace is starting to come into play as well. Opponent errors, they're not the issue. But they're just being dominated where it really matters. 8 blocks to 2 for the match. 3 aces without reply. Taisa has 4 blocks and an ace. Gabby has a couple of aces and a couple of blocks. Julia Bergman has a couple of blocks. Gabby with 14 points. And 10 attack points for Aisa Vigil. She is leading the way for Peru. But she needs help, and a lot of it. Well, can they do anything different? As Francisco Tirada got a new element he can bring in. These Peruvian fans are just enjoying being on this stage. Just reaching the Olympic qualification process is no mean achievement for a nation that ranked in the top 30 in the world. But the gulf between number 29 in the world and number 4 in the world is huge. Set 3 then, getting underway in a few moments. Peru were beaten inside the first 5 or 6 points in both set 1 and set 2. Can they mount a more spirited start here? In third set, the down-the-line serve is nicely picked up, and Roberta with the inside feed. Now, they always say that Roberta and McCris, their styles are so different. McCris is more aggressive, tends to run a faster offense, but the connection between Roberta and these hitters, whether on the outside or the middles, is absolutely flawless. Carroll with another one, a block point, and Brazil just looking to snuff out any chance of a Peruvian comeback here right from the get-go. And Carroll just saying, yeah, let's just get this job finished. We've got big games ahead. You've got the #1 ranked team in the world in this group, Turkey. You've got the host, Japan, #8 in the world. The big three in this group, one of them will not be automatically qualifying for France when the dust settles. So they don't want to be wasting any energy here. Almost an overpass, and yeah, just got jammed up completely there. Rojas. Well, the service error from Gabby gets Peru on the board. Well, they've given Brazil a healthy start already. They need to start picking up some points on serve right now just to try and stay competitive, stay dogged, stick around. That's not what they need. The service error from Isabella Sanchez. It was a tough start for Peru, for Francisco Terrada. I'm sure he looked at the schedule and thought, great, we get Japan first and then Brazil second. So confidence will be low after that. And that's pretty much how it's playing out. They are the lowest ranked of the 8 teams here. Oh, what's an attempt at a rescue there from Gabby. The hit was just too good down the line. No prizes for guessing who took this one on. Yeah, she's shown us something, the youngster, Aixa Vigil. That's a pretty comfortable take. Roberta can go anywhere she wants and says, ah, Diana, where have you been? Diana getting some playing time with Taissa and Carroll dominating the first 2 sets. But I mean, that's not a bad weapon to bring off the bench. Another player who'll be playing in Turkey next season, Diana, as Tainara nets. Well, he might have shuffled his personnel a little bit, Zé Roberto, but he won't want his players on the floor to be allowing Peru to make this competitive. Lovely hit from Julia Bergman, who set the tone for this match early with those first 3 points. She too will be joining Diana and the currently injured McCris, playing in Istanbul with Turk Hava Yolari under Zé Roberto when the new domestic season begins. It's just around the corner. Oh, nice again. Yeah, she's shown us some stuff. She really has. Not many plus points to come out of this tournament for Peru so far, but Aixa Vigil is definitely one of them. That serve not causing a problem. The back set doesn't work into the containing block, and there's high hands there as well to keep it alive. This is more spirited again. Ah, it's a shame. That's a real shame. Double touch gets called on the setter. So 5-7. Better this for Peru. Not the greatest of takes there from Julia Bergman. Here comes Gabby. So easy. I mean, that is... Oh, it's Gabby. That's what she does. Here's Roberta. Another quietly efficient game from the very experienced setter. Now it's going to be Natinya turning setter to good effect, with Roberta with first touch. And just another big power swing, catching those high hands. Tainara taking one off the block and away. Tainara doing absolutely the right thing. If you're getting some playing time on this Brazil squad, you better let coach know you've got a game. Because when you've got someone like Gabby around, one of the best outside hitters on the planet, you're always going to be struggling for playing time. Gabby again, absolutely the most perfect smooth technician you could wish to see. Another thing about Gabby, of course, she doesn't do off days. So consistent. Roberta with an off serve there, finding nothing but nylon. But Brazil are comfortable here. Just going through the motions a little bit as Shimara Almeida will go to work from the end line. Again, Julia Bergman with the pickup. Roberta says, well, I know my middles are hungry. They always want the ball. Let's find Carol. But again, off that pass, Roberta, you could just see Roberta with so many options. She could go in any direction, run that offense the way she wants. She's been so comfortable today, Roberta. Really hasn't had to do any work, such as the quality of the passing. Service error from Gabby, as she was looking to just get a little nibble of the corner there. Isabella Sanchez with serve. Again, really nice pass. Roberta sends it backside. Not going to go there. And that will go, though. Another absolutely super cross-court kill from Julia Bergman. Started strong, finishing strong as well. Putting a bit of extra hot sauce on that swing, didn't she? And Brazil stretched that gap out to 5. Carol on serve. Ooh, a bit of a disconnect there. And they're going to pay for it as well. Well, when that was the setter or the middle blocker, they had a chance here for the quick set. Couldn't take it. And Brazil, you don't give them chances like that. Julia with the put away. Carol stays on serve. It's a better pass. Should be a better finish, and is. Well, when the pass is that good, the setter can go where she wants to go, and where Rojas is looking all the time is for Aixa Vigil. And she's hit a lot of winners this morning, this afternoon, Tokyo time. 13-8, set 3, make that 14-8 as Julia Bergman puts that one away pretty effortlessly. So 14-8. Back set is nice, but the execution is not so nice from Shania Aimee. One of these bench players. And the young opposite with the miscue. And Francisco Tirada says, okay, let's talk it over.
pase me ha ido a la otra fuera, se me ha ido a la plataforma, juego la siguiente. Pero no me voy construyendo yo solo una camita para que al final no me duela. Seguimos, chicos, la pelota hay que seguir buscándola arriba. Hay que seguir buscándola arriba y trabajando largo, ¿de acuerdo? Y nos quedamos, Diana, la pelota gancho, yo no la tengo que encontrar aquí. Si la encuentro aquí, estoy muy lejos de ella. O me tengo que ir yo más para allá o el pase tiene que quedar más corto. ¿De acuerdo? Y seguir. La otra, cuando te quedes en el 1 contra 1, si la pega aquí, te da la vuelta y juega la siguiente. No te baja de pena, te pasa.
Dale, 2-3.
Our fourth and final match of day 2 here in Tokyo will feature the host Japan up against Argentina in just under 2.5 hours' time. Well, if you can get a wry smile out of Zé Roberto, he's not too upset with you. That man has made his career, and what a career, by setting the highest of standards consistently. Shania Aimee with serve, not the greatest of takes, and Roberta manages to send it back over. And in comes Gabby out of the back row. And that one did not get the end line. Well, we're used to seeing her hit so many winners. And that one, too long. Nobody's perfect. Roberta will set that up nicely. And comfortably put away as well. Mayada Basso, another one of these middle blockers at 189, enjoying that moment. Peru not enjoying that moment. Never got control. Well, everyone's getting a workout today. We've seen Diana come in regularly. Here she comes in once again. Zé Roberto rotating his personnel, keeping everybody fresh. Kissy, who had such a heavy shift yesterday, top scoring with 18 points against Argentina, on the bench for the whole of this match today. It's in tournament play like this, when you've got 7 matches in just over a week, you've got to keep everybody healthy. It's a nice attack, but an even better block. Well, Vihil running into a double block. No way through this time for her. Diana was certainly one of them. Nayana right alongside her. They'll credit officially Diana with that block point. 8 Brazil players today have put their names on the stat sheet with points. And Vihil top scoring for Peru with 13, but denied that time. Brazil at 19-10, almost conjured an ace out of nothing there. But they'll get control here. And that's Tayana saying, well, I'll have that one. But got to put it in play to have it. That's a miss. Again, lovely pass. Ooh, Gabby is denied by the block. Guerrero was there. Gabby is not going to be denied twice. And any good setter will know that. Nayane sending it straight back so that Gabby could get the job finished. Top scoring in this one, Gabby, the MVP of the South American Championships. And here Brazil have seen off first Argentina, and now they're seeing off Peru. That's a nice finish. It's a really nice finish. Yeah, nothing wrong with this cross court from Isabella Sanchez. She had her moments as well, not enough of them against this Brazil squad. But both the outsides that have had some success with the Alianza Lima club. Ooh, way off net, but still managing to swing through it was Tainara. And again, when you're that far off net, the margin for error just increases. So Peru just trying to stick around here. They've got a chance at this one. Well, she's had some moments, but that wasn't one of them. It would have been tough to get a winner from there, 4 meters deep. But she won't be happy that she's netted. We're going to see Prida Reut coming in. Always a pleasure to see her, the 35-year-old, enjoying the best form of her career late in her career. A very popular member of the squad. (21-13). Again, not a great take. A bump set from about 3 meters off net is never what you want to see. So Brazil will look to try and capitalize. Again, not the greatest connection there either. And where's that going to drop? You can see from the reaction. Carroll was in the middle of that, I think, making sure that one went back. Yeah, scrambling around. They've spent much of the afternoon scrambling around, haven't they? Carroll and Tainara, no way through. That is some tandem. Oh, that's going to go off high hands. Great pickup in the back row from Priscilla de Reut. Outstanding defensive work, that. The cross court, tight old angle there. And she's found it. So another Brazil player on the stat sheet. Just catching the line there. Only just, but only just is good enough. Prida Reut taking Brazil to within 2 points of wrapping this up. Nope, have to wait. Sanchez with a nice confident swing. And it's just the final act of this one now, isn't it? Lovely attack there. Tainara goes cross court. The youngster who's picking up such good experience, did participate in the South American Championship earlier in the summer. And that one will take Brazil to match point. Oh, that's not a good take at all. And now Brazil will look to transition. The attack comes in from Mayara. We'll be a bit disappointed with that. Always nice to be able to put away the winning point in a match. And a scruffy point, that one. And it keeps Peru with a pulse. Nothing more than that. That's a lovely pass. Should be a finish. Oh, some pickup again. And they'll have another go here. Bump set from Natinha into the containing block and out. And that'll do it. Never, ever threatened Brazil. It looked like a comfortable straight sets win on paper. That's exactly how it's played out. To 14, to 13, to 15. Brazil just strolled through this all South American affair in a very professional and businesslike manner. Well, Zé Roberto will know that sterner tests await Japan in particular, and of course the world number one's Turkey, but you've got to get the job finished. And it was Tainara who was able to have the final word in this one. And 2 out of 2 against their South American rivals here in Tokyo for Brazil. They dispatched Argentina yesterday. Here today, they disposed of Peru pretty comfortably. 14-13, 15 to move to 2-0. And just look at the difference in the attack hits. We'll hopefully have another look at that after we've seen the photo. But 44-22, that is dominance. Absolute dominance. All smiles from a thoroughly professional and well-organised Brazil squad, for whom 9 players scored at least 1 point. Now, another proper look. Yeah, 44-22 attack points, 13 blocks to 2, 3 aces without reply. Opponent errors, whatever they add up to, are pretty irrelevant when you come up with numbers like that. Brazil, absolutely comfortable, totally dominant, and getting ready for their 3rd match in Tokyo. Disappointment for Peru, though. But when you just look at the weaponry that Brazil have got, Gabby just turning on the style today. Let's look at the serve percentage for Peru in that 3rd set. And for Brazil, Julia Bergman, who's being interviewed in the arena now, started off strongly, ended up with 13 points, but it was Gabby top scoring with 17, including 2 aces and 2 blocks. 3 down, 1 to go. Japan versus Argentina in just over 2 hours' time. We'll conclude day 2 in Tokyo as the table starts to take shape, and it's the big guns that are firing early. Brazil 2-0, Turkey 2-0, Japan hoping to go 2-0 at the expense of Argentina. Everybody else just hoping to hang on and maybe catch a break. Only 2 will qualify automatically for Paris. And Brazil, on this evidence, will certainly be hoping to be one of them. Very impressive straight set winners over Peru. Yeah, comfortable, wasn't it? Peru couldn't get going. Never threatened.